Luka Doncic, there's so many problems about him. He's so unconditional.
I'm always within 10 feet of a hot tub.
I don't think I've watched sports.
God doesn't bless those who can't block the A game.
All he has is just off of memory.
I guess nobody gives a shit what's on my head.
Because-
Then it's just a taco. What can you say to back up that statement?
It's
blasphemy.
It is what's on your mind. It's not what's true.
Welcome to a rare, short-staffed episode of the What's on Your Mind podcast. Literally, this is literally all we need right here.
Fuck the rest of them.
I think this week is going to teach us a lot of lessons about this podcast and the true talent of it. Somehow not a whole lot, but a lot to talk about. I think we're just mainly just going to recap NBA free agency. If we want to, if we feel like we fly through that, maybe we can talk about MLB All Stars, snubs and whatnot, and who deserved it. But for now, yeah, let's just get right into NBA Offseason Transactions. Biggest one, Kevin Durant trade with the Rockets, which I don't know if you saw. Apparently, that's going to be expanded to like
7 teams.
How do you even like? Well, imagine the Zoom call for that. Like,
You get a pick. You get a pick. You get a pick. I don't understand what the point of doing that is. Like, there's got to be at least 2 teams in there who are only trading with each other or some shit.
And because like
I just don't get why you got to include 7 teams in one trade.
like it'd be one thing. It'd be one thing if like this is just an example, but like if the Rockets and Suns were making that trade, and all of a sudden the Suns were like, oh, but I really wish you guys had a Kobe White type player, and then like they were like, okay, let's get the Bulls on the phone, but then they got to work something out so that the Bulls get something in return that both teams are okay with giving up.
Call up another team.
And then
It's crazy that gets to 7 teams.
yeah, no, it's insane. Oh, also, really quick before I forget and before it's too far off topic, it is July 3rd on Thursday, so happy 4th of July.
Juneteenth.
USA, Britain sucks, all that.
Fuck Britain. Fuck the Tea Party.
Honestly,
Coffee for life.
it's funny. My one of my former coworkers visited the office today, and she's kind of British. Like she was born in England. Her mom's like British and everything. And like our old boss like walked by, was like oh hey, good to see you, happy 4th. I'm like she's British. She doesn't celebrate that. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, so Kevin Durant got traded to the Rockets. Every member of the big three of the Thunder back in 2012 has now been a member of the Rockets at some point. All we need is Westbrook to go to the Nets now too, to complete that as well.
Jesus.
What's your immediate thought to KD being on the Rockets?
I mean, they gave away Jalen Green, which, right, that's who they gave away.
Yeah, he was like that. Yeah,
I thought that was certainly something. Here's what I'm going to say. Kevin Durant is a franchise ruiner. Kevin Durant has never went somewhere and made that franchise better, other than the Warriors, which
but even
they were already the best.
Yeah, and even then, I don't think he's ever gone somewhere, made them better, and left them feeling like, oh yeah, we got the most out of him. Like even with them, it was kind of left with a sour taste in the mouth.
He's never, every time he goes somewhere, he's never, that team gives up their entire future for this guy who doesn't, he's not the one. He's always hurt. He's good in the playoffs, but he's not a clutch player in the playoffs. He's never the guy to give the ball to at the end who's going to win you a game in the playoffs. Even when he was on the Nets, it was Harden or fucking Kyrie. On every team, he's never been that guy. So
yeah, it's funny when people post that one clip of it was like they were in practice and it was Kyrie, Harden, and Durant all hitting the same step back three or whatever. It's who's gonna they'll be looking back how did this team never win a championship or whatever. It's it's a Kevin Durant led team. I love him as much as the next guy. Back in middle school, he was easily my second favorite player, but yeah, no, it's everybody's looking back, how did this not win or whatever? It's what did you? It's Harden, KD, and Kyrie, the 3 of the most toxic dudes in the NBA. You really think they were gonna all be buddies sharing the ball?
I mean, so many other cancer issues on the team.
Well, yeah.
Ben Simmons was their backup point guard, and
was he with there?
Yeah, and he thought he should have been a fucking all-star.
Oh wait, no, they traded Harden to get him. So I think it would have been because Harden went to the Sixers. But I think he was.
KD on the Sun. I thought he did. Never mind. All right.
Anyway,
yeah, that team was. There was a lot of talk. Steve Nash was a fucking head coach.
Oh yeah.
Problem and a half.
Yeah.
He was awful in every situation.
He didn't even truly want to be there, did he?
Yeah, no, it's just he seemed like low effort, never really cared. I mean, when you're already a multimillionaire and you're already a star, it's like, what willingness do you have left?
And yeah, I think teams are starting to realize that big threes don't work anymore. You need to stop trying to just sell tickets, and literally the two teams that won or that were in the championship this past year were mostly built through the draft, but also obviously trading for Halliburton and Siakam, but I mean still trading for young guys who had roles to play and didn't just go out and give up the farm for them. They were very even trades. They didn't franchise the future for these players.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think the ceiling is for the Rockets this next year?
Second round exit. I mean,
yeah.
Who else do they have outside of KD?
No, he was in the trade too. Yeah.
I hate the fucking NBA.
I mean,
I don't even know.
Is Jabari Smith gonna take a leap?
Signed that big deal. I think he's expected to be a main guy there. I mean, who knows? That deal was a pretty crazy deal for a guy who still has not taken a big leap, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a formula for success that the Rockets got going on.
No, yeah.
And Kevin Durant's 36 now.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm
what the fuck are you doing?
And I'm hoping I know you really like Sengun. I'm hoping that KD hogging the ball doesn't help hurt some of these guys' developments and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to remember who else is left there now. Did they? I'm trying to remember who they would have drafted. They drafted Reed Shepherd, but
they have fucking Amen Thompson.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, he's a dude. But yeah, no, I don't really see them still being a true contender in the West.
I mean, they were good, but it's I don't know. You trade away two guys who are pretty instrumental to your team's success and replace it with a guy who's going to make your team play a completely different style of basketball. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Especially if the Rockets just had their best season in fucking years.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get it. And yeah, I get wanting to take the next step, but usually that's
your players developing.
Yeah, your players developing or signing one more guy to truly put you over the top. But yeah, no. I don't know.
Trading the fucking farm for 36.
And how many picks too? Wasn't it 5 or something?
Yeah, I was say it was at least 3 or 4.
Yeah. No,
5. It was 5 second rounders alone, I think.
Yeah.
Something weird like that.
But yeah, there you have it for KD to the Rockets. What do you think? What else comes next as far as big
Myles
moves?
Turner to the Bucks. I mean, we live in Wisconsin.
Yeah, true.
I mean, he's again. I don't know a ton about the NBA, so I could be completely fucking wrong, but he's definitely a lot better than Brook Lopez. Let me say that. Actually, we'll talk about Damian Lillard because they kind of go hand in hand. But Damian Lillard, I also think that was a good move. I do, because Damian Lillard. So you're paying him you'd be paying him $50 million this year to rehab, and then $50 million the next year for torn Achilles. Damian Lillard, you never know what's going to happen. And then the next year he has an option. So he has all the control.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you get rid of him now. You cut him loose. You save half-ish of that money, and then you go and get someone like Myles Turner, who we knew Brook Lopez was gone all along. I think that was super mutual.
Yeah.
You did a lot of good things here, but you're getting too old. We need to move along. I think Myles Turner was the perfect guy to bring in. He was the best free agent player available by far.
Yeah.
He's a long shot.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't think he'll replace Brooks shooting from three, but I feel like you've started getting a little.
Brook Lopez fell off towards the end of his career.
He did. Yeah.
His Bucks.
Or maybe I don't know. I think Myles Turner's shooting ended up getting a little inconsistent in the finals, but I think he's still.
He's a good 3-and-D guy, and I think that's the exact center Giannis needs.
Yeah, exactly. They did the best that they could to not only replace it but actually upgrade it. Yeah. So actually, pretty cool move by the Bucks.
And then point guard, I like they I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw them re-sign Kevin Porter Jr.
Yes, they did.
And I always thought he was a hooper. I mean, if he didn't beat that fucking girl, he probably would be either still a Rocket and at pretty good there, or would have been a trade piece in the Kevin Durant trade. But no, I always thought he was pretty good. I thought he was good for a while, so not surprised to see him getting a shine. Is it a good thing that NBA players are allowed to beat the shit out of their girlfriends and then still be stars?
Yeah, I don't know about
Probably
that.
not, but
Yeah.
go Bucks.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I guess speaking of like Bucks and former Bucks, also Drew Holiday got traded to the Trailblazers, and he is not happy about that.
Either. I mean, I get it. Go from fucking New Orleans to Milwaukee to Boston, three big.
Hey, don't forget Philly too. Started out Philly, yeah.
Three big known people love to play there type cities.
Culturally rich cities.
Yeah, exactly. People love to be there. No matter if it's cold or whatever. To fucking Portland, dude. We got forests.
Dude, yeah,
we got forests in a mountain range that's really far away.
They got trees taller than their buildings probably.
That's about it.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I were after the last time, when they had him for a day and then traded him to Boston. I don't know. You would think these teams would, kind of kick the tires with their agents, say hey, if we, I don't know how the trade process works all the time, but
in the NBA there's a lot less of that. In the NFL and MLB, that always happens. Teams call the agents, make sure the player wants to be there.
Yeah.
In the NBA, it's so much like a business. Like Damian Lillard was never told he was getting waived.
Yeah, exactly.
He saw it. He got a tweet notification and was like, "Oh, I got cut."
Yeah.
And that's how the NBA works.
And that's why that's the only thing that I know I jumped the ship or whatever a little too early on the whole because we saw Chris Haynes said that Giannis was unhappy, and I sent that into our group chat. Everybody's like, dude, he posted that 10 minutes after. There's no way he knows that. The only way that I could see it is because they said that Giannis helped recruit Myles Turner. The only thing that I could see is him saying oh yeah, I'd love for him to come here, but didn't realize that it was going to be at the expense of Dame. And then once he saw that, he was like, why didn't you tell me that? I would have probably thought differently.
Would have been a fucking smarter human being.
True.
They talked through his agent. His agent definitely could have explained hey, Giannis, your team definitely cannot afford a third superstar after still being on the hook for a lot of players' dead cap. They have more dead money than anybody in the NBA. It's I don't know. I mean, that was pretty obvious thing. And the thing with mine's when I do think that was a lie because it was 10 minutes after. Who the fuck do you know?
Yeah, no.
That Giannis's feelings 10 minutes after Dame got cut. Because if Dame didn't know he got cut until he got cut, Giannis didn't fucking know either.
Yeah.
And then that tweet came out 10 fucking minutes later. So that's what I'm saying. It's all right, this is just a bunch of bullshit. And then another thing is, I always say this. It's these guys are grown fucking men. I find it so hard to believe they're openly just letting everybody know how they feel all the fucking time.
And
they've gotten to the point where they know that they have to live private lives too. So it's whenever they I've always, not even just about Giannis with Milwaukee, even though he is a bad victim of it. Anytime a player's a player feels this way, I'm always no, they don't. You are just pulling that out of your ass.
And it's the same. Not to get too far off topic, but that was the same when Bears fans were trying to decide if they wanted to keep Justin Fields or draft Caleb Williams, and everybody was saying, because reporters would ask DJ Moore oh, how do you feel about Justin Fields, and he would speak highly of him and everything. He's yeah, he's my quarterback until he's not or whatever. And everybody's see, DJ Moore loves Justin Fields. If they get rid of Justin Fields, then it's gonna hurt the locker room. It's these guys are only here for another 5 years. Yeah. They're just trying to win a ring.
No,
they'll get over it.
A fucking paycheck. That's
yeah.
People, so many professional players get to a point where they really realize these star players, they can't all be fucking championship guys. Because think about it. When you have super teams, only in the NBA this fucking works. Fuck you, Kevin Durant, and I guess in the MLB now. But when you already have a bunch of stars, it's really hard to just be oh, here's another star. So yeah, oftentimes stars get left to die with no fucking rings. I mean, Charles Barkley. I don't think Steve Nash ever got one.
Melo.
Stars get left to die with no rings. So yeah, I mean, just they go get their bag, and then that's really all they care about.
Yeah.
It's really all they care about.
No, I agree. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know where I was gonna go with that. Anyway,
Also, I have a crazy DeAndre Ayton quote. I said this at work today, and nobody knew this. I thought this was just like I thought this was like a common known meme. DeAndre Ayton, right when he got drafted, like they walk up the stage, walk right up to like a reporter.
yeah.
She asked a normal question like, "What do you want to accomplish in the NBA?" DeAndre Ayton's response, very first thing he says is, my only goal. This is a real quote. He didn't say like my main goal. My only goal is to just get to that second contract. He said that the second he was drafted, and people are wondering why DeAndre Ayton was chasing the bag this offseason.
No, honestly.
Do you guys realize they're admitting it? They don't care about fucking winning.
Yeah, no.
They came for nothing. They want money.
I don't know if it was. I can't remember if it was Brandon Ingram. For some reason, I associate Brandon Ingram with this quote, mainly because I think that I've always viewed Brandon Ingram as this type of player. But yeah, it was someone that said that, and this was a while ago, that a lot of guys in the NBA are like only in the NBA because they know that they can make a lot of money off of it, and they don't actually have any passion for the game. It's literally just their career. So no, yeah, that I'm not surprised at all.
Basketball's the easiest sport to become good at.
And that's lame because coming into the league, like DeAndre Ayton was seen as like being like I don't necessarily want
not one of the best prospects ever, but a top 5 center prospect ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to say he was being viewed as like generational and and just obviously never cared to like actually do anything with that. Which I don't get why you would. Like it'd be one thing if like you were like undersized and everything and like had talent, but like it was just really hard to like overcome being undersized. But like when you're already 7 foot and you have the talent, like why are you not trying to like actually have fun dominating in the paint with that? Like you would think like
they're just so because they get the money and then
I
mean just like because they're humans too. Like they get the fucking money and then they don't like because I mean think about it right now. Like what would I rather do right now? Go on a fucking run or go get shit faced on a boat? I'd rather go get shit faced on a boat.
Honestly, yeah.
They have that that's the human element to them coming through. It's like
that is true,
especially the guys who like it's usually and I don't know DeAndre Ayton's backstory at all, but it's usually the guys who like they don't come from much. It's like the second they get that money, they're like, I'm just gonna live a life. I've had to grind every day my entire fucking life. Like it's time to party now.
Sorry. Yeah. No, it's I don't know. Maybe it's just cliche to say this, but yeah, it's just disappointing. Like being like two people who, when we were kids, like we would have given anything to like have that sort of talent and everything, and to see like guys who have all the talent in the world literally just not even have any respect for it. Yeah, it's disappointing.
You're a bitch.
Honestly. What about your king and goat Westbrook? Is there any news on where he might land?
I don't know. I'm really hoping he goes to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't know. I hope he ring chases. I want him to get one so bad. But I don't even know, like, that's not... Ring chasing is so hard to do now because you never know who's going to fucking win it.
Do you think he should try to ring chase and help OKC repeat?
He doesn't just, like, fit in there.
Yeah.
He's too much of a ball-dominant player still, which is hard to be at this age when you're not that good. But.
Yeah. Yeah, which... Like, I don't think...
What he should do is go lead a second team on a middle-of-the-pack team. Because he's still good enough to play on a not top 10 team and be their sixth man and literally put up 6 man of the year numbers.
Yeah.
But he's ring chasing. He already is, which I get at that age. So, I don't know. I don't know where I want him to end up. Being Milwaukee would be pretty fucking cool.
I was literally just going to say, like, now that Dame's gone and, like, I think as of right now, Kevin Porter's their starting point guard.
He is, yeah.
Like, I'm like, dude, that actually doesn't sound like the worst idea off the top of my head.
That would be the greatest news.
We'd have to go. Like we went to Dame.
So many games.
We went
first game.
Yeah, we'd have to go to that.
I'd be so excited, man.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, like I do wish Dame would have had a little bit more. Like obviously I'm a Bulls fan, but I wish Dame would have had at least a longer tenure in Milwaukee. Because when he got traded here, I was actually like excited to have Damian Lillard in Wisconsin.
Cool. Like, yeah, even though you're not, because I'm not a big Bucks fan, because I don't care about the NBA, but it was still like, holy fuck, Damian Lillard's here. Like,
yeah, I was like, dude, I might buy that jersey.
Yeah, he plays in the same state I live. Like, that's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, and then it just ended up being
never a thing.
Yeah, it was for nothing. It'll be a weird trivia question way down the road.
Damian Lillard fucking go to for a year and tears Achilles.
Yeah,
it was weird from the start. Like, I get it. Like, you don't. when you get traded, he got traded. You don't just fucking up and move your entire family, but his wife and kids never came to Milwaukee.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
They never saw him play in Milwaukee.
That's
they stayed
insane.
in Portland the whole time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's really wild.
And like that, all that came out during like his Achilles rehab because like he went back there and like everyone was saying that it was the first time he's seen his family in like forever because he didn't want them in Milwaukee.
That's insane. I think I do remember hearing that. Yeah.
Like, clearly, he was unhappy from the get go.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, like even though I don't know, like I don't want to like jump to conclusions, but yeah, it seemed like he and Giannis never truly meshed well together. Like it was just they could never decide who was gonna have the ball late in the game.
Complete opposite people.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard is like just fucking quiet, like he's gonna be a fucking rapper, like.
Yeah.
Quiet, like I'm too cool type of guy. Like his Instagram stories piss me the fuck off, dude. He's so annoying.
Yeah.
He's too good and too cool for everything.
Yeah.
But like, and then Giannis is the exact opposite. Like Giannis is such like a happy, like excited, like always talking, like fucking always making jokes, always messing around with people. And Damian Lillard was just like the whole time, like, oh yeah, whatever, bro, like that type of guy. So
yeah.
So yeah, they're definitely complete opposite people.
What else do we got? While I'm trying to think of other high-profile acquisitions, I'll at least take a second to trash my favorite team and their lack of doing anything. Our biggest move so far has been trading Lonzo Ball for Isaac Okoro.
Diabolical.
Yeah,
move.
Especially when it's been known for like the past like 6 months or whatever. I forget when the NBA trade deadline is, but. There were reports that the Bulls could have gotten a first-round pick for Lonzo. I don't get this. You could have got a first-round pick for Lonzo Ball. You decide not to. You go to the length to extend him for 2 years, and then trade him for a role player who has not lived up to his potential and
peaked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. He has peaked.
There's no getting better.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't get it. And while other teams are making all these moves, like the Suns traded for Mark Williams, who the Bulls fans have wanted ever since like he was coming to the league. Like everybody was hoping he would fall to them in, I can't remember which draft it was.
21 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who the Bulls would have drafted in that one, but I'm not going to spend too much time trying to think. But yeah, the Bulls fans wanted them to draft him. He didn't fall. And then he was available at this trade deadline. Bulls fans wanted them to trade for him. He almost got traded to Lakers and then didn't. So it's like, okay, well, what now? And then during this draft, Suns traded for him, and then drafted the other center from Duke that Bulls fans wanted. I forget how to say his name.
Maluak Kamen or whatever. The guy from the
Yeah.
Maluak Kamen or something like that.
My mind always just thinks Malachi, but that's the whitewashing in me. But yeah, so it sucks that we're seeing all these teams make, all these. There's about to be a 7-team trade, and I don't think it's still going to involve the Bulls. Meanwhile, we're making sure we sign guys to 2-way contracts.
Trade capital at this point.
Who or what?
Either.
Well, there's still rumors. There was a rumor of Kobe White for Kuminga. I would say
that's a bad trade.
For the Bulls, I'd say.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, if you're gonna trade Kobe, like at least get something else out of it, because like obviously it's tough to say in this day. Like 10 years ago, a guy that averaged 19 points a game, like back-to-back years or whatever, you would want to say is all-star caliber, but in today's NBA, not so much. Yeah. But I like tweeted that would be a stupid trade, and I mean I want to say Vooch's, but I mean obviously he's getting paid a little too much for a lot of teams liking, and he's getting old. But I don't know, if they're smart, they should trade him for anything that they can get. Yeah, but other than that, not a whole lot. Josh Giddey posted a Instagram story of just him in a Bulls in a game this past season, so people think that an extension is probably coming, which I think is deserved. But yeah, it's just disappointing seeing all these moves be made and your team's never involved in any of them except for the worst.
Just from the outside looking in.
Yeah, the worst ones. But another sort of big one. Michael Porter Jr. got traded to the Nets for, why am I blanking? Cam Johnson, which
Oh,
That's an interesting trade.
Yeah, that was a trade that me and my friends were laughing about at work. It's like, hey, I got a fork. Can I get that spoon?
No, seriously, yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Like, they're the same player. They both hate fucking passing. They both love shooting.
Yeah.
They play below average defense. I mean,
I
I'm guessing there's something to do. It's more of a contract thing. I'm guessing the Nuggets. I know the Nuggets pay Michael Porter Jr. pretty fucking well, so I'm guessing it's the Nuggets wanting to save a little more money because I doubt Cam Johnson has paid anything too crazy.
I think
it's one of those trades where it's like, okay, it's the same player.
I want to say the Nuggets might come out. Well, Michael Porter Jr. is the better player, but like playing with a player like Jokic, I think the Nuggets come out on top because to my knowledge, I don't think Cam Johnson, like Michael Porter Jr. is a guy that does want the ball in his hands and will try to like create his own shot and everything. Whereas I think Cam Johnson is a guy that just shoots coming off of screens and stuff like that.
That's Michael Porter Jr., dude. He gets clowned for never taking dribbles.
Really?
He played like multiple games last year with less than 5 dribbles.
What basketball am I watching? Interesting. Never mind.
I mean, Michael Porter, like, no, you are. He is still like he can create a shot for himself, but like he was always just getting clowned last year because he had so many games where he had it was a stat. It was some, God, what the fuck is the stat called? It's like one of those Twitter accounts where they single out a funny stat, and it's you have to have 20 plus points, 0 assists, and 0 dribbles. And Michael Porter Jr. had like 3 of those last year.
It's like it's not a whole lot, but it's enough to make it interesting.
It led the NBA.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, well, that's interesting. I feel like there's a few other. Oh, actually, I wouldn't say this is the biggest one, but definitely, I would say maybe the biggest head scratcher. Desmond Bane to the Magic for what was it, 4 or 5 first-round picks?
Yeah, something like that.
Like, and I'll admit when I first saw it, like I knew Desmond Bane was solid. I didn't know he averaged 23 points, not last season, but the one before. So that's pretty solid. And he's a good defender.
One of the best defending shooting guards.
I think it's literally just because he has a kind of a small wingspan that kind of like makes me, for whatever reason, not give him the benefit of the doubt.
And I mean, I definitely like still at the end of the day, like if the Magic, like they made that trade thinking because they're super young. They made that trade. I mean, what were they? They were a 3 seed in this year's playoffs. I think 3
or 4, yeah.
Like maybe even a 2 for some reason. I'm thinking all of a sudden now. They were good, and it's like, and they have a really young team. So I think they're planning on all those picks being, picks 20 or later. But still at the end of the day, it's like that's one of those trades where if they hit on a single player, Memphis loses.
Yeah.
But the chance they hit is like complete 50-50.
Yeah, no, and I think it's like mainly like yeah, you traded for a really good player and like you are giving yourself a chance to really put yourself over the edge. But I think it's like when you like compare it to like previous trades, like when you like that and like the Paul George trade, like that is like almost the same amount of picks that the Paul George trade had. Obviously, they got Shea Gillis.
That was from a bad team, too.
Well, yeah.
Better picks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know. Some days it's like, man, like, how did the Grizzlies GM have the stones to sit there and say, no, I want, we'll give you 3 first-round picks. No, I want more. Okay, fine.
First-round pick you're allowed to trade.
Yeah, exactly.
You can trade only 5 years in advance. He got every one you can get.
Would you have hung up on that?
See, I don't know, because I don't hate the trade. Because think of what I'm saying. Think about the Magic, dude. Like Paulo Banchero, the Wagner brothers in the paint. Like they really were a good ass guard away.
I think Suggs is solid. He just can't stay healthy.
So, I don't even think he's their best guard. I think it's Cole Anthony.
Well, they traded him.
Did they?
He was in that trade, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. I think Cole Anthony was their best guard last year, I'm pretty sure. So I think it's going to be a big help. That definitely. Desmond Bane is definitely what completes their team in my head, but it's like at what cost?
Yeah, Wendell Carter's solid enough too. He needs to be more consistent.
Michael Carter Williams?
Wendell Carter.
Oh, I thought you said Michael Carter. I was like,
I think he did play for the Magic at one point.
He did.
Yeah. But
going to that was Ben McLemore. Did you hear about Ben McLemore?
Did he get in trouble or something?
He got fucking found guilty on like 3 counts of rape.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kansas legend right there.
Yeah. And like 2021 too. It's like not even.
Oh yeah,
long.
No, I was gonna say I feel like I remember something, but I don't think it was recent. But no, actually, probably would have been a Kansas legend if it wasn't for Trey Burke hitting that 3 to tie
Oh
That-
my God,
yeah.
I remember that.
I remember like it was yesterday too.
Dude, speaking of that college basketball, 28,
Yup.
29.
Let's
maybe.
go.
So excited about that.
Me too.
I'm gonna grind the fuck out of that game. I'm gonna rebuild. I'm gonna make Wisconsin a fucking 45-time national champion.
Dude, honestly, yeah. No, I'm very much looking
I'm
forward
not
to
even making
that.
my own coach. Greg Gard's gonna lead that fucking team.
I think the thing that's going to be most fun about, even though I've always said that recruiting is the most fun part about Dynasty in NCAA football. Yeah. I think what's going to be fun about college basketball is that you'll actually play more games because you won't have to recruit 50 players.
But from like, I mean, all of this is still speculative. Obviously, all of this is complete speculative. They haven't announced anything more than that the game is coming out. They didn't even announce the fucking year. But from what I've seen is that the recruiting is going to be way more in depth. Like it's still going to be like you get recruiting points after every game. After all 30 games, get points and you're supposed to do recruiting. But the thing is, it'll be easy because think about it. How big's your recruiting class?
No, yeah, exactly.
You're fucking recruiting. You're bringing in 2 to 3 high schoolers, and I mean, I guess I don't know how it's gonna work, but like nowadays, you only bring in 2 to 3 high schoolers and then bring in 3 to 4 transfer guys. So
Actually, I just realized though, I think it actually will still be tough because I think it'll be more competitive. Like just think about for football, like whether if you're the number 1 recruit or if you're like the number 100 recruit, like yes, there's a considerable margin between those, but like if you're a college football team and you get the number 100 overall recruit, like that's still a solid player. Whereas the number 1 recruit in college basketball versus the number 100, like the number 100 is like probably just going to be like a role player.
Okay, well that's what a coach like him is saying. Here at Wisconsin, we're going to mold that white man.
You can't. Rankings don't always mean everything.
3-and-D player in college basketball history.
No, yeah, rankings don't always mean everything. Like Devontae Graham is one of the best Kansas point guards ever, and I think he was like maybe in the top 70. Yeah. But I mean,
every Wisconsin legend's been that's not even.
But I also mean like from
they were all low ranked. No, they weren't.
But I mean also from the perspective like college football did a decent enough job of like not just making it so like Georgia or whoever like Georgia recruits like 3 5-star quarterbacks. Like if they get one, obviously others aren't going to commit to them. So, but like with basketball, like top team can potentially hoard
it's about to be like real life, and I'm gonna lose out on a kid from Madison, Wisconsin to Duke.
Yeah, Duke or Kentucky. Yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, no. So yeah, definitely excited about that.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm really excited about that. And like obviously they didn't have online dynasty set up back in 2010, which the last year was, but I'm hoping that's a day one thing. Online dynasties get fucking 30 of your buddies in that bitch. And
no, just honestly.
I mean, that would obviously be a grind through that season. I'm hoping though you can make it like a 14-game season, something like that. That would play a lot better.
Yeah.
Only play like your conference games or some shit.
Yeah, that'd be instead of like advancing to like the next week, advance to the next day.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I wonder how assuming they can do online dynasty, I wonder how they're gonna handle that.
Or like kind of like maybe it's something like with how the MLB The Show one worked, where you could play people whenever you wanted.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
no season.
Yeah,
that'd be dumb. I want there to be like a
because then there's pretty much be like almost no recruiting.
I mean, how many weeks are in fucking a basketball season? It goes from November to February, so like.
Well, like if you're counting March Madness, okay.
What regular season would be? February.
Like, I would say mid-March. No,
because that's
Big conference tournament
starts like March 6th. Or something like that.
Okay. Then yeah, February. Yeah.
So I mean that's what 4, 8, 12. That's 16 games. That is one a week then.
Yeah.
Or you just play one a week.
True.
In the Big Ten, you'd play every team once and then have a one non-conference.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fucking. Actually, no. It's 18 fucking teams now. Holy shit.
Wow. They need to change that name.
Yeah. The Big 18.
Oh my gosh. Are we missing any moves in the NBA offseason? Yeah, probably.
I'm sure we are.
But I mean, we obviously got the biggest ones.
Yeah. I don't know what Dame's gonna do. I don't know what his next team is at all. I mean, with a torn Achilles too, like nobody's gonna.
Yeah, you're not signing him for this. Yeah, you got to be willing to like sign him for.
Does he just rehab and not even sign?
Possibly, but I wonder. I don't know. I think
because he's clearly obsessed with staying in Portland. So
is he?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Portland.
true. Yeah.
And then make your decision.
Yeah. And like I don't know. I think it all depends on like how willing teams are to like commit to him, and like I guess like if there's not a team out there willing to give him the deal that he wants, maybe you do take a shot on yourself in rehab, and then again, how do you show teams that you're ready to come back and stuff?
Yeah.
So I guess obviously working out for them and everything, but
someone Damian Lillard wouldn't have to work out for somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody.
No,
would take
yeah,
a chance on Damian Lillard.
Yes.
With a torn Achilles.
yeah. Yeah. Or wait. This just came to mind. Colin Sexton got traded to the Hornets. I mean, obviously that's not really like league breaking or whatever or anything, but
I didn't know that actually.
yeah, it was Colin Sexton to the Hornets for Yusuf Nurkic. Like I think it was just straight up. Which,
Funny
correct me if
story.
I'm wrong, I thought Yusuf Nurkic was actually a solid player. Or is he just kind of a stat patter?
Oh my God! Let me explain Yusuf Nurkic's fall off as somebody who had him in Dynasty Fantasy Basketball. He was playing on Phoenix with Durant and Booker, right? Starting center, fucking averaging like a smooth 10, 10, and 5. Like, seriously, like, true double-double guy through and through. And then, oh my God, I wish I knew who they fucking switched to. Then out of nowhere, a guy they had on the team all along for the year and a half, just takes over the starting role, and Nurkic goes from starting and playing like almost 30 minutes a night to never seeing the floor.
Wow.
Literally never touched. Like, he was literally one day starting, and the next day they like got a new center, and he was never touching the floor. And then like the coach was coming out and openly saying like he didn't like his work ethic, like he thought he was lazy, he thought he was this. Like, coach was flaming him. Gets traded to Charlotte, plays literally 3 games there, and then same thing, gets fucking benched, never touches the court again.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, like it was the quickest fall off ever.
Yeah.
In just like 2 months, he went from a starter on the Suns, a solid playoff team, to not touching the court on the Hornets.
I feel like the most recent thing I remembered about him that was like, anything that like I would have thought like, oh, this is why, fans wouldn't want him on their team. I forget who it was, but he got into it with someone, and he was like just a big baby about it. It was like a on the court scuffle, and yeah, he ended up, I don't know, he just looked like a wuss about it. But
Fuck, I wish I knew.
yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, I want to say that's about it for. Oh wait, no, who? Oh no, the Spurs drafted someone. That's because I had remembered that they like ESPN like posted a graphic of the Spurs or whatever. But I'm
Yeah, Rutgers, Derek Harper.
yeah. I think that about does it for NBA offseason. Do you want to real quick discuss MLB All Stars? Like
We'll
who?
talk about Diego Luna.
Remind me who that is.
I just learned about him today.
Yeah. Enlighten me.
All right. So USA soccer. It's soccer.
Oh yeah, U.S. just
We're playing
defeated
in the
Guatemala.
Gold Cup. Yep, we're playing in the Gold Cup, which is so like I don't want to get into a whole thing, but the Gold Cup is our grouping, our continent's tournament, pretty much. So like Canada, Mexico, Guatemala. I'm gonna say Trinidad and Tobago. Sounds crazy. Top 15 soccer team in the world. Don't know why, but it's like we have some decent teams in there. We're the best team for sure. But so this year, all of our fucking best players decided they're gonna skip out on the Gold Cup. Like they just didn't want to do it. It happened. It did happen. It was a weird timing where it happened right after their club seasons finished up. So like a lot of them were kind of beat up. Although Christian Pulisic is a fucking pussy because he's our team captain, Captain America, and said he was out for rest, but then proceeded to play in his club's last 2 like throwaway games because they weren't even making their league's playoffs. Mm-hmm. So fuck that guy. But no, to replace Christian Pulisic, we got this guy Diego Luna, dude. Fucking neck tatted up. He's got some face tats, dude. I think he's younger than me. He's like 22, 21.
That's crazy.
And he's just fucking carrying us through this Gold Cup. Like, yeah, we are the best team, but since we had nobody, we were projected to finish like third. Like, we had the third best odds to win it all. And he is just fucking dominating. Like, scored 2 goals against Guatemala. I was seeing this on Twitter, but like, he has some of the best fucking touch ever. It's like watching Messi play. Like, he gets He'll get a fucking 90-yard cross. Like, he'll get a 100-mile-per-hour pass to him. He'll fucking stop it on a dime under his foot. Like, break 2 fucking guys' ankles. That's what he did against Guatemala. Like, stopped a 90-yard fucking cross on a dime at his foot. Snapped one guy's ankles. Went around another guy. Goal from, like, 70 yards out. Or 70 feet out. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Now, I can't imagine what that's like for a defender to, like, know, like, the pass is coming in and, like, thinking, like, okay, I'm gonna
flying.
Yeah. And like thinking like, okay, I'm gonna have a second because like he's gonna have to let it bounce and evaluate like what he's gonna do and everything. To all of a sudden he just settles it and he's still off to the races.
It was immediate stop and then just go, and it was like, what the fuck did I just see?
That's crazy.
And yeah, I mean he's just dominating. So that's pretty exciting to see because some of our old guys have been pussies lately. So
Diego Luna, are we seeing potential U.S. soccer legend in the making, or is it just kind of catching lightning in a bottle?
Yeah, I mean, you never know, because the Gold Cup is significantly different from the World Cup. I mean, obviously, the World Cup is the biggest sporting event on the planet Earth, and the Gold Cup is just, we're on our home turf, too. It's another thing. We're playing in our home stadiums with, like, fucking half sellout crowds. It's so embarrassing they keep putting them in NFL stadiums, but... yeah, I don't know. Like, he's got the potential for sure, but we've seen this with Gio Reyna most recently. Where he was coming up, and everybody's like, oh, he was like 19. He's like, oh, he's already signed with Dortmund. Like, he's got to be the one. You know, he grew up in academy. He's already on a senior team of, like, one of the best teams in one of the best leagues, and it just completely fizzles out. But it's fucking stupid because he dominates in his club, but he comes here and he fucking sucks. Fucking Gio Reyna. But... no, I mean, I don't know. I hope it works out. He's got it. Like, he's got it. He doesn't fucking care. He's a psycho.
Yeah.
That's what you need in soccer players. All the best. I mean, Messi, obviously, was a little different. He was more composed. But, like, Ronaldo, Pele, like, the best, like, Clint Dempsey, the best U.S. guys, fucking, there's some screws loose. Like, they just fucking don't care. It's balls to the walls at all times, and that's what he's got. So it's definitely pretty exciting. Exciting to see in U.S. soccer because we've had a bunch of fucking soy boy pussies recently.
Yeah.
We lost the World Cup solely because we're soft, or we lost so early. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. Really exciting spot to be in. The young guys look good. We still have a really good group of like mid-20s to late 20s guys. So should be around for 2 World Cups still. So
yeah,
it's pretty exciting times. But I've been saying that for 2 years, so who knows?
Hey, all it takes is for one.
Literally, man.
One team to catch fire.
All it takes is to literally. We just got to go fucking 2-1 in the group stage and then 1 win. 1 knockout stage win is all I ask for out of us, man.
Feel that. But yeah, let's finish up with MLB All Star Selections. Let's see.
Who'd you guys have for the Cubs?
Tucker and PCA.
No, pitchers aren't out. Yeah, it's just
and we probably won't. Shota's been hurt too long, or like he just got back, but yeah, he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna get it. Steele's hurt. Those are the only 2 pitchers that. Well, Matthew Boyd's having a solid season, but he's not really a big name, I don't think.
But I mean, now pitchers aren't up to big names. It's up to.
I mean, yeah, he might squeak in there if there's injuries or whatever. But yeah, you guys.
We just had Judge.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, like that's just starters.
Well, and Ben Rice and Goldschmidt were right there. I think they'll both probably get in there. Yeah.
If Ben Rice doesn't get in, especially after how crazy, like when we filmed that TikTok about who we think we're gonna, like we filmed that video about who we think we're gonna get in, Ben Rice was the best DH. Fucking, of course, right as we say that, huge slump. But the last month again, he's picked it up and he's been one of the best DHs again. Yeah. So if he doesn't get in, it's just fucking Yankee hater on the league.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think Ben Rice. I want to say Goldie's going to get in, but he has been slumping hard lately, like for a month now. And there is better options there than him, sadly.
I want to say that I think overall, just based on how he's been playing, Seiya Suzuki deserves to be an All-Star. But obviously...
Which is crazy. You hated him this past offseason.
I only hated him because he was making a huge stink about being a DH and everything. Like I didn't want to trade him, but like with Tucker coming in and like Seiya like being like, oh, I don't know if I want to play DH. I'm like, we have literally one of the arguably one of the best right fielders in the game coming. I was about to say the best, but I'm like, wait, Judge plays right field. But yeah, arguably one of the best right fielders in the game coming in. and he's won a Gold Glove in the past. You can't read a fly. You lose fly balls in the light too much. Like, you will go where we tell you to go, and he did. He's been fine with it. And then when Hap got hurt for a little bit, then he was playing in the outfield, and he did fine. So it all worked out. But yes, obviously Shohei got the DH nod. I want to say that Seiya will get selected, but at the same time,
Kyle Schwarber.
no, I was gonna say Schwarber's just still crushing the ball too.
They won't bring a third DH.
Yeah, and Seiya has more RBIs, but Schwarber has more home runs in the long ball and everything.
15 more home runs.
And I think Schwarber's OPS might be higher than him.
It's like one of the best in the league.
Oh yeah, I think it's over. I think it's over 1,000.
I want to say it's over 1,000.
Yeah, so we'll see. It'll probably be. I won't be surprised if Seiya doesn't. But
No,
yeah,
that's
I'm probably giving up hope that Nico Horner will get a nod as a reserve at second base, just because Tommy Edmonds got the love in L.A. and Brendan Donovan's having too good of a season in St. Louis. Like, there's not enough depth.
Yeah. I mean, you never know.
But I mean, 2 All-Star starters. I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, Carson Kelly might still get that second catcher position just because NL I don't know. Or no, actually, no, he won't. I'll tell you who it will be.
They bring 3 catchers.
If
both teams usually have 3 catchers.
If they bring 3, then yes.
They're not going to have a guy catching more than 3 innings.
Yeah, true. But I was going to say, I think the other catcher position should probably go to, and will be this team's only All-Star, Hunter Goodman of Colorado. He's having a good season.
Dude, I know. He should have got the starter, but obviously it's Colorado.
Fantasy Baseball had him on my team. They said that he was getting put on the 10-day injured list. So I was like, all right, well, I'm sorry, but my injured list is already full. I can't just have my catcher position, not filled or whatever. So I dropped him for best catcher available. All of a sudden, he doesn't go on the injured list, and the next day hits 2 home runs and gets 14 fantasy points. I'm like, cool.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
ESPN sucks at fantasy baseball.
They do. They really do.
It's kind of funny, but I have DM'd and contacted Sleeper many times, begging them to make fantasy baseball.
Yeah.
Begging them because they would year 1 they'd be better than ESPN is right now.
I really don't get how I know we say pitching stats for wins for as a pitcher stat is stupid or whatever, but at the same time I don't get how a win is worth less fantasy points than a save.
Yeah,
it's
that
stupid.
Is kind of stupid.
Yeah, but
yeah, closing pitchers can carry in that shit. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, but do you think overall for All-Star starters that fans got it right and everything? I can't really think of anybody that got snubbed.
Yeah. Javier Baez shouldn't be out there, and I love him.
Yeah, but then again, I feel like AL outfielders are kind of
Wilyer Abreu, and I hate saying this.
Actually,
Wilyer from the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu, and Ceddanne Rafaela were both way more deserving.
My main 3 that I was consistently voting for were Riley Green, Aaron Judge, and actually Stephen Kwan.
And then he didn't get it, did he?
No, he didn't. Yeah.
A million times more deserving than Javier Baez.
Yeah.
So the 2 guys from the Red Sox, which is crazy to say that they should have had 2 starting outfielders, all-stars, with how bad they are, but
yeah, that's weird.
Wilyer Abreu and Ceddanne Rafaela were definitely way more deserving.
Yeah.
And I just assume Kwan made it. That's fucked up. That's actually fucked up.
Yeah.
I think he also has an 1,000 OPS.
I think it's up there, which is crazy for a dude that only has I think 6 home runs or whatever. But yeah, and especially in a day and age where you still have people who say batting average still matters. Where you would think they'd want to put in the guy who's batting just under 300.
Yeah. Also, I have to call out a stat that on this very podcast I said it was good. I don't know if people agreed or disagreed with me, but WAR. How does Anthony Volpe still have a good WAR?
Defense.
No, he's not good at it anymore, Evan.
I don't know.
He leads shortstops in errors.
Whoa.
According to Baseball 7, his arm metric is in the bottom 10 percentile.
Maybe shortstops are just not hitting that great this year.
But why his WAR is good for it's a 1.6. Well, that's some all-star starters have a 1.6.
Wow. I truly don't know. That's weird.
It's why the fuck does he have that?
Yeah. No, I think it's only good in certain contexts, which obviously I hate when people cherry pick stats for certain contexts, but at the same time,
mediocre players.
Yeah.
This guy's stats comparable to Aaron Judge.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But no, people. There were Cubs fans trying to say that Dansby Swanson was a better baseball player or is better overall than Ian Happ. I promise if you watch it or at least pay attention to like even like you don't have to watch the games, just pay attention to like the not even the box score, but like like the play-by-play or whatever. Dansby Swanson is just a routine ground into double play, strikeout with runners in scoring position, just like never even getting productive outs or anything. Whereas Ian Happ at least walks, play. I mean, yes, Dansby plays Gold Glove defense, and that's the only thing that saves him.
Don't disrespect my GOAT's elite defense.
No, I definitely couldn't because I do like watching him in the field. But yeah, Happ has the power. Happ has a much better eye at the plate. And granted, the only time that I saw people say that they were better was when Ian Happ grounded into a double play in a really clutch situation, and this dude's like, well, at least Dansby can get down the line and isn't a fat, whatever. And everything. I'm like, and it's funny because like the next day Dansby grounded a double play in a clutch situation.
It's just like that's so weird to me. I could never imagine like, why are you comparing your shortstop to an outfielder?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, and they used WAR to compare a shortstop and a left fielder. I'm like, you're not about to do that. Like, I'm like, look at their OPS plus. Like, look at their OPS in general. Yeah, no, it was stupid.
Outfielders cannot accumulate WAR through defense, while a shortstop, it's easy to accumulate WAR through defense because that's where the most balls are hit to.
Yeah. But no, overall, I think All-Star selections are fine so far. We'll see how they round out the rest.
I'm not a hater of them by any means. I didn't know Juan made it. I'm definitely a hater of that.
Yeah.
Baez making it over him is actually just laughable.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't even know Detroit had that many fans. They got 3 starters. Like, where are all these people coming from?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But no, I don't know if you heard me say it, but yeah, Goldschmidt should probably get a reserve spot too. So you guys will.
I hope so.
I said a little bit. It came down to him and Vladdy for the first base spot. So I would like to think
there's better first base. Ryan O'Hearn's way better.
He's DH. He got the DH nod.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Really weird. He's definitely their first baseman.
Yeah, I can't really think of who else would be playing first base for them. So that is weird.
Well,
I don't know.
We just played them, and he started first base every game.
I sincerely can't. I keep wanting to think Trey Mancini or Ryan Mountcastle, but that's definitely not it. Yeah, no, I have no idea. I don't know Orioles ball anymore.
Yeah, I mean, what a fall off. Speaking of that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, their pitching's horrible.
That's awful.
But
they were relying too hard on young guys. I mean, obviously losing Corbin Burns sucks, but
yeah,
they thought fucking Eduardo Rodriguez or whatever.
Or Great Grayson Rodriguez. Yeah, he hasn't come back yet.
Yeah, exactly. Not even fucking there.
Yeah, and like Dean Kramer. I think he's a trade candidate. I think he's the only one that's like worth anything.
Yeah.
But what do you think? You think that about concludes this?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
All right, well, thanks for joining us for a shorthanded episode.
The dynamic duo, you're welcome.
Honestly, we did learn a whole lot today. Very, very productive. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for tuning in. Happy 4th of July. Unless you're British, then
fuck you.
Fuck you. Do some real thinking in life.
Get your soccer team better. We beat you guys in the fucking World Cup.
Yeah. And screw the aristocracy. Yeah.
Bang.
Bye.